So as I told you, the list is falls under data structure. Data, using data structure, you can store and manage multiple values. Okay. And list is mutable. Okay. Mutable. Lists are basic data structure in Python. Okay. And it is also called as iterable. And what is mutable? You can modify the data later once you store it in a list. Okay. I'm going to create a list now. I'm going to use a comment. I'm going to put a comment here. List. Okay. Create a list. For example, my list name is L1 is equivalent. You can give any name, but give some meaningful name, not L1 and all. Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or let's do one thing. I just give some age. Okay. Different people's age. 20 years and 13 years and 24 years and 15 years and 16 years. Okay. So in age, now age is a list. How do I define a list? You need to use a square bracket, not the parenthesis. Okay, open or closed parenthesis. So in the look here, in this case, it's called as a tuple. But to create a list, you need to use a square bracket. Inside the square bracket, you can specify more than one value, but each value should be separated by comma. Okay, now I'm going to print age. What value is stored in age? If I want to say it, print age, I'm going to click on run. You can see that 20, 13, 24, 15, 16, all these values got stored in my list age. My list name is age. I've given some meaningful name. So this is the one is holding more than one value in it. So what is the question now? Anwar has a question. Can I store different data type in a list? Yes, that is also possible. Okay, that is also possible. And here what I do is I will put I'll create another variable. And let's say you have something like 10 and let's Krishna, let's Anwar, right? Anwar and Krishna. Comma 22.32. And here I'm going to say the name. Okay, name something like that. Okay, name cannot be 10. Okay, let it be there. And I just say print name. Yes, you can store different data types. The integer data type, float data type, and you have the string data type here. Okay, so these are the different data types you can store it in list. Next question is there any way that I can take only the specific values, 24, age 24 alone? Can I display it? If I print age, it gives me all the values stored in my list. Is there any way that I can display a specific value? Okay, click on plus, and here what I do is, since you asked this question, you want which value? 24, right? Yes. In that case, you want to display that one. Listen very carefully. In this case, what happens in the memory? Whenever you create a list, right, what happens? It creates some, in the memory, what happens? Each value is stored separately. 20 is stored here, and 13 is stored here, and 24 is stored here, and 15 is stored in the memory. Okay, like this. And the address for each cell starts with 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You cannot directly display the value. You need to use this address. It is called index. Using these index values, you can access any specific value. It is something like index values or something like your door number. With the door number, let's the door number is 2. This is where the Anwar lives. Okay. So with the door number only, I can reach out to Anwar. Similarly, in the case of list or tuple and all, right? So in the case of list, and all, right, you can select any specific value using the index value. Okay. For example, now you tell me to display 24. How do I, how do I extract 24? So here I'm going to say the index value starts from here 0, 0, 1, 2. So if I put 2 here, Now I'm going to click on run. Look here, 24. In the memory, in the second index pointing to the 24. You cannot put 24 directly here, okay? You need to give the index value. The index value in Python starts from 0. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now you tell me if you want to display the index values starting from 24 to 16. So what you do is just simply put 2 colon, the index value 2. Look here, I just write it. Once again, the index value for this one is 0. This is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I want to display the value starting from 24 to 16 now. So what I have to do is 2 colon starting from 2 to 4, right? You just the colon is the range of values. (24). Okay, so here, yeah, another point you need to note it down here. So the starting point is index value 2. The ending point, right? Ending index minus 1. In the case of range, what will happen is the start value colon end value give, but make sure that the end value should be more than your, the expected thing. For example, I want to print up to 16. If I give 4, the index value, it will subtract 1. It's ideally the syntax for this one is, I'll just write it here. Start colon end minus 1. The start is your index value. Start index end index. The index is an integer value, okay? Fine. So here instead of giving 4, I give 5. But 5 is not there. Okay, this is syntax, right? Okay, I just so this for your syntax purpose. And here, okay, it gives me 5 minus, and 5 is not there, but 5 minus 1 it does. So what happens is, the starting from second, 3 and 4, okay? So 2 to 4, it gives me the values. So 24, 15, 16. Okay, what is your question? How do I display the values, alternative values? How can I do that? So that is a little bit challenging. I will explain with the advanced concept. Okay, we are saying a list comprehension. We can do it that way also. And here, yeah, this is how you can see, right? So the other way of doing is, let's go step by step. Okay, that part we'll see later. I can say 2 colon. Simply you do this. That means start from the second index value till the end. Okay, so both of them will give the same output. I just use print function so that we can compare both of them side by side. Okay, comma, and this one. Look here, both of them give the same answer. But in this case, the end minus 1, the index value, the end index point minus 1, I did not give. Simply 2 colon I gave it. That means display all the values starting from the second position, the index value 2 to till the end. Okay, this is another shortcut way. You don't have to specify the end and all. So here I made a mistake, and again I corrected that. Headache is not there here. Okay, your question is similarly, can I use the nothing here before the yes, that is also possible. So anyhow, don't worry, I will explain it everything. For example, here, starting from the 0th location, 0th index to 2. So can can all of you please type it in the window, it's in the chat window. So what is the output of this one? What value will get it? The index 0 is pointing to 20, right? 20 to 2, right? 2 minus 1 is 1. So 20, 13, only the 2 values will get displayed here. Yes, you are correct. Most of you are correct. Aishu, you know programming? Oh, okay. You're watching my videos, right? Okay, fine. So 20, 13, right? So that is what we can see it here. 1 second, I just so this is 0th position, 0th position. So is there, yeah, your question is this one. Instead of specifying, okay, you want to display first three values. Okay, 0, 3. Give me the 0th index pointing to the first value, the first index pointing to the second value. And okay, I'll write it neatly again. Okay, because I just moved the up and down. So this one is your 0th index. This is your 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, in Python or any language, right? The index value starting from 0. So with the index value only, with index only, you can access the actual value. You cannot directly print the 20. Okay. So hence age of 0, if you give, it will give you the first value. If you give age or square bracket 1, so what value is stored in the index here? 13. Okay. That is how it works. And supposing you wanted to give the range of values, you want to print the range of values, right? Starting from specific location, starting from this one to here, you can use this one, very simple. The index value 2, colon nothing. That means starting from this position till this end, whatever the values are there, you print it. That is what is done. And similarly, 0 to 3. So this is what 0 to 3. 0 to 3. But the rule is 3 minus 1, the n minus 1, right? So actually it is 0, 2, 0, 1, 2. So in this case, 20, 13, 24 get displayed. So here, the Aishu's question is, can I remove 0 here? Because I know very well it should start from the beginning. Okay, yeah, you can do that. Age, simply you can give the colon 3. Both of them are same. 20, 13, 24. It is something like this one. The starting position, colon, that's what, followed by colon if you don't specify, starting from the second index value to the till the end. Here, it is the other way around. Okay, starting from the beginning to till the third index value. So in this case, the third 3 minus 1, right? 3 minus 1 is 2. See, only in the case of colon, when you use colon, this rule applicable. Which one? Start index value, end index minus 1. Sorry, start index, colon, end index minus 1. Okay, and that's all. Fine, got it? Yeah, I could see that all of you, most of you are able to understand, right? How about others? How about others? Are you guys following it or not? See, one thing is, yes, you need to concentrate here. If you concentrate, you should be able to understand very clearly. But again, you need to sometimes, right? You need to watch 2 times or 3 times. You should be very attentive. Okay, good. So now you've understood how to define a list. How to define a list? Using a square bracket. Inside the square bracket, you can specify whatever the number of values you want, you can specify. Using in the list, you can store multiple values. And also, in the case of list, you can store different data types, like the integer, string, and float data type. Okay, how do I view the value stored in a list? You can use a print, or print. Inside the print, you can specify the list name, or directly you can specify the list name. It will show all. And how do I slice the list? Slice in the sense cutting, right? I want to select only the specific, display only the specific value. Using index, you can slice the values. Is it clear? Thanks, Aishu. Aishu said very good. Okay, good. So now you understood, right? Yes. So using index, you can slice the values, and using colon, you can select the range of values starting from n. This is the starting point to end point, whatever is there. But here, whenever you use the colon, that is nothing but range of values. Okay, the range of index value, right? So here the end value, the end one, you need to subtract 1. If you're damn sure, starting from a specific, till the end, you can specify like this, starting from second to till the end. Simply specify colon, don't specify. If you followed by colon, if you don't specify, display the rest of the values. But here, in this case, if you don't specify anything before the colon, starting from the beginning to the second index, 3 minus 1 is second index value. So 20, 23, 24, the same thing. Okay, all right. So the next one is correct. age of, let's say, 0, comma, what is that? 2, comma 3, 3, comma 4. So does it gives it will not give any value here, right? Even this one gives you the error. Okay. Yeah, so let me do one thing. And it must be integers or slices. Okay, yes. Is this what your question, right? 0, colon, comma, 3, comma 4. Can I do this? Starting and end position. No, the list index must be integers. The indexes must be integer. Okay, it cannot be the range of the value, comma or something. Okay, so either you can use the range of values, but here, one more thing what we can do is, we can specify 5. Here I'm going to say 2. Since you have asked that question, I'm going to show you that one. So here 0, 3, 2. So what values are there? The 0 is 20, right? 20. And colon 3. So 0, 1, 2. And right, 3 minus 1 is 2, right? So 24. Okay, and increment by 2. But here, what I will do is the last one is increment. So alternative values. In this case, 20, 13, 24. So, okay, it jumps from 1. So here, if you give 2 here, and in this case, what I will do is all the values, right? Here, I'm going to say nothing. Yes, alternative values. Is it possible to display the alternative values? 20, 24, 16. Yes, we are able to display. In this case, starting position is 0, the index, 20th. The 0th index, what value is there? 20. Okay, and followed by the colon, right? That means till the end. Starting position, after the colon, if you don't specify, what did I say? Till the end. Starting from the index value 0 to till the end. That means, here to here, right? And then the last argument is jump. Okay, increment by 2. So the here, what happens is, this is your index value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here, if you give, in this case, what happens? 0, colon 2. Here it is nothing but, here I have, it's nothing but 5, right? 5. So in this case, the starting position 20 it got displayed. And then till the end, what you do is you increment by 2. So it jumps to here and here. Since I mentioned the value as 2 here, right? Value as 2 here, 0, 2, 4. It jumps. The index will get jumped here. It will simply ignore this one because this is the increment value. Start, from the first position, you jump to second position, 0, 2. And again, from the second position, jump to the second, the next second position. I have given 2 here. So with this, we can display the alternatives, 20, 24, 16. Using list comprehension also, we can, that's little bit advanced one. We can do that one also, don't worry. Okay, so this is a straightforward way of doing it. So in this case, this is your starting index value and your end index value, which means end minus 1, because I'm using colon. Okay, and then followed by, I'm giving another colon. So this is nothing but increment by 2. So which means starting from 0th position, increment by 2, increment by 2. Are you able to understand? Very clear. Okay, Sara mentioned very clear. Soundarya mentioned clear. Very good. Thanks for the clear explanation. Very good, very good, very good. How about others? How about others? So, guys, okay, fine. Now you understood. This is starting point and then start to end point. You need to specify. It's something like where to, where you want to go, right? So starting point, end point, and the increment. In this case, jump. So 0 to second index point, again jump to the second position. And if you specify 3, obviously 0 to 3 it will go, and 3 to next one, there is no index, it will throw an error, okay? Or whatever the values are there. So 0 to 3, for example, if I give 3 here, it is nothing but 5. Okay, and if I give 3, what will happen? What is the output? All of you type it in the chat window. Let me see how many of you are able to understand. Look here, this is the value for the index. And here I have given 0 to 5, 5. The 0 is the starting index index, and 5 is the end, right? End minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. So 0 to 4. Colon 3. So starting from 0, jump to 3, the third location, 0, 1, 2, 3, right? 3. So 15. Sorry, here in this case, starting position is 20, and then the third position is 15. Very good, right? So not 20, 24. Yeah, that's not correct, but this is how it works. Because I mentioned 3 now. So 0 to 4, 0 to, look here, I'll just, it will display the value that is stored in the 0 index, 20. And then it jumps to the, even I made a mistake, okay? That's what, okay? So 3, don't worry, okay? So 20, 15, right? 20, 15. You got it? And if I specify, let's say, how many of you can, if I specify negative value, what is going to happen? Negative 1. Okay, before that, I will show you. If I put negative 1, so what is going to happen? So the negative 1 in the sense, if I specify, sorry, each minus 1, the index value is minus 1. Instead of 1, I put 1, negative 1. That means the negative 1, in the right to left, if you want to access the value, the index value is starting from minus 1. Look here. Listen very carefully. Okay, don't get distracted. So I told you very clearly, this is your 0th index, first index, and this is the second index, and then this is the third index. This is your 4th index. 0, 1, 2, 3, the index value. Using the index only, you can access the values. That is pretty clear. Age of 0, if I give, it will give me 20. Age of 1, if I give 13. You cannot access the value directly. If you want to access the value stored in a list, you'll have to access the values via the index values. These are called your index values. Index values, okay? And here, okay, this is left to right. The index values are, if you want to access, if you want to use the positive values, right? So if, for example, age of 0, if you give, 0, for example, if you give 1, right? 1 or 2, it's all positive values, right? Anything less than 0 is negative, right? So 0 is, it'll give you the 20. So if you use any positive value, it'll display left to right. Okay, left to right. So the left to right is, this one, okay, the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you wanted to access the value right to left, the index values start minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, something like that. Okay, so I just add one more cell for the sake of you people to understand. Here, I'm going to say age of minus 1. So, right, so in this case, the negative value, negative index. If I specify anything negative index values, so you are traversing from your right to left, okay? So minus 1 is this one, 16. Okay, you can access the values from left to right and right to left also. It is possible. If you want to access the values from right to left, the 16, 15, right? The index value for the rightmost one is minus 1. If I hit run, 16. If you want to get the 15, what should I do? Jivanandam, what should I do? Jivanandam and others. Sriram and Aishu, Praveen. Yes, Sudha, you're correct, right? Sudha, you're correct. Yes, from right to left, there will not be 0 index value. Very good, right? So minus 2, excellent, right? So in this case, minus 2, yes, you are correct. So 15, minus 2 is 15 here. So far, so good. And where is that? The increment that I used it, I overwritten. Okay, I will write that one also. Okay, age of 3. Now, all of you, please tell me what value will be written if I do it this one? See, if you concentrate here, you will be able to understand very clearly. So what value will be written here? Or first you tell me, if I give colon 3, what value will come here? Shriram and others. If I don't specify anything before colon, that means from the beginning, right? Zeroth index. Right? The zeroth index is 20, right? Yeah, 20, 13, 24. That is what we already seen it, right? That is what we've already seen it. Yes, very good, Jivananda. Okay, so try to be active. Sriram, try to be active. Make mistakes, but your chat, whatever you send, others cannot see, okay? Your privacy is maintained, don't worry. Okay, fine. So this is the plan. Now what I do is, if I put 2, what output am I going to get it? Can you all please make it fast? So let me do one thing. This is for, yeah, it is, I'm going to put colon 2. What value am I going to get? What value am I going to get? So the starting from the beginning, 0. If I don't specify anything before colon, that means the starting from the 0th index, 15, right? And 3, say end value, n minus 1, 2. So 0, where is that? And here, right? Yeah. So it is not moved. So 0th position, 1 and 2, right? So in this case, jump to 2, 0 to 2. So the second one is the 24. Okay, let me do one thing. I'll just 2024, right? So correct. Are you able to understand this? This is very much important. Okay, this is very much important. You watch my video and practice it without fail. Those cannot understand. I could see majority of given me the correct answer. Very good. And no, not 20 comma 20. Yeah, 20 comma 24. You're correct. So I can't get you. Once again, please, Anna. Okay, very good, right? So you can ask me like this. Get it clarified then and there. Okay. See, simply right. Yeah, good. So here, see, in this case, I can specify 0. Okay. So what will happen is, look here. In this case, I just move. So for example, if you want to move this cell from upward, right, you can use the up arrow. I just move this up so that we can compare this one with this one. So 0th index. These are the index values, guys. The index value starting from the beginning. Okay. The 0 index contains what value? 20. See, it is something like this in the memory. Guys, please watch here. This is not a rocket science. If you can't understand, then you are not concentrating here. Then you will be in deep trouble in the customer meeting. 20, 13, 24, 15. This is the value, right? According to us, we store this. Behind the scene, what happens? The computer, it assigns something called index. The index value start from 0. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And if I use age of, if I want to display the specific value, for example, if you want to display the value 24, you need to specify the index value. Using the index only, you can access this value. So this one will give me what? 24. The indexes are nothing but address, your door number. With the door number only, you can access a specific person, right? Age of square bracket 2. You can use a square bracket. You'll have to use a square bracket to slice the values. Slice not cake cut pandrom illa, adan slice cut pandrom, adan slice. Okay. Age of the index value 2. We need to use the square bracket. Square bracket nothing but slicing. So 2. So this one, it gives me 24. Now there is a requirement. I want to display the values from here to here, right? So how do I do that? Age of Shriram, you tell me here. I want Shriram to tell me. This is not a rocket science, okay? I want to display the value from 24 to 16. How can I do that? How can I do that? You need to specify the index value, right? It's 24. To access the values, you need the address, right? What is the address for 24? 2. 2 to 2 colon. If I give 2 to 4, if I 2 to 5, you need to give in this case. The rule is whenever you specify the end value, the end index value, you need to, it will get subtracted by 1 by default. That's a crazy thing. Okay. Ideally, they could have, nowadays the latest things came up. Instead of subtracting one and all, they could have given the exact thing, right? In OR, this confusion is there. There is something in OR programming, you don't have that confusion. Okay. So starting from in, right, 24, this one, the index value 2, right? The 24 to till the index 5. So then 3, right? So this is 2, 3, 4, up to 4, 2:4. This is nothing but 2:4 here. Instead of 5, right? 5 minus 1, that is your 4. And here, so 2, 15, 16. So in this case, sorry, 24, 15, 16. It will return 24, 15, 16. Are you able to understand or not? Even a 6th standard, 8th standard students, believe me or not, in college, schools, right? They have computer science as part of their thing. Please concentrate here. Using address only, you can access the value. Like how you can access a person in the case of courier, using the door number, isn't it? Address. So in this case, I want to display the values starting from 24 to 16, right? So in that case, you need to specify the index value. The starting point is index value 2 to 4 actually you specify, but in Python, the rule is the index value, the end index value will get subtracted by 1. So this is a little crazy thing, okay? You just, just memorize this one, okay? 2:5. So 5 minus 1 is 4, okay? So 2, 3, 4. In this address, what values are there? 24, 15, 16. Is it clear or not? You just practice it. You should be able to. I explained it. This is how it's stored in the memory. This is your values. This is your values. To access the specific value, you can use the square bracket followed by your list name. So square bracket, with the square bracket, your Python interpreter can understand you are looking for a specific value. So what value? You need to specify the address. The 2 is the address. This address of 2 is pointing to value 24. You see, something like when you start your laptop, that there are some data are available in your hard disk. There are some data will get loaded in memory, right? When you use a memory, so when you use a variable or when you use a list, the data will get stored in memory. So these are all memory address. This is your memory address. Okay. So if I want to access specific thing, you can use this one and you can access it. Okay. And here, the increment that also explained you try that one. Anyhow, I have a lot of assignments. I will send you that one also. You can practice it. Why are we using middle value 3 in that ratio? It's not ratio, it's a range. Okay, your question is age. Your question is, what is your question? Yeah, that's good. And why are we using middle value 3 in that ratio? Okay, it is up to you. See, my requirement is something like this. Okay, let's say if I ask you, display the value between 24 to 16, how will you display? This is the list. How will you display I wanted to, in this list, I don't want to see all the values. I want to see the values between 24 to 16. How will you do that? The index value started from 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Using the index value, you can answer. So 24, I want to start from 24 to 16. So obviously 2:4, right? The index value is 2:14. Sorry, 2:4, not 14, 4. But the problem with the Python is it will subtract 1 from your end value. Hence you put 5. So it will get subtracted behind the scene. This is nothing but EH, in the index value is 2 to 4. The colon is not ratio. It is a range of values. If I wanted to extract only a specific value, for example, if I ask you to display 13, you need to use a square bracket. So what is the value should I use? Which index should I use it to display 13? All of you, please type it in chat window. Guys, don't do daydream. Please concentrate here. So what index value should I specify to retrieve 13? To retrieve 13, what index value should I use it? One right. Come on, guys. 1. So age of 1 gives me 13. It gives me 13. But if I ask you another question, it display all the values starting from 24 to 16. Okay, so in that case, the index value for the 24 is 2. And so you can specify 2, 3, 4. Instead, the range of colon, you can use the range of values. I want to display the range of values. So starting from 24 to 16, I won't display it. What is the address? What is the address for the value 24? 2, right? Colon 5. So the 4 is there. Ideally, 4 should be there, but it subtracts 1 from the end value. This is the starting index value, end index value. Okay. The colon is nothing but range. Okay. So this one gives me the values 24, 15, 16. Because the index value 2 is in the index value 2, this is the value is there. In the index value 3, this is the value is there. Index value 4, this is the value is there. And the rule of thumb is the end index value minus 1. This is the start index. Right? Starting index 1. See, you might be asking why 2? It can be anything. My question to you is starting from the second position to till the end. The other alternative is age starting from the second position of the index, colon, nothing. So that means starting from the index value 2 to rest of the values. So this one also equivalent to this one. These two are same. Got it? These two are same. Tell me one thing now. So I want to display the values, the range of values between 13 to 15. How can I? Give me the index value for that. So I just wrote it age. Guys, all of you, please type it in the chat window. You see, in the IT industry or analytics industry, if you don't take, even if you make mistake, they will be happy. You know, they will say, yeah, this person is at least taking the initiative. This person is a dumb guy here. He's not doing anything, man. No initiative, nothing, right? Make a mistake, only then you will learn it. So give me the index value. So I want to display the values, range of values, starting from 13 to 15. So 13, 24, 15 should be displayed from the list age. So what index value can I use it? You can see the corresponding index here now. So obviously the range is colon, right? Colon, the range of values. And what is the index? Yes, very good, right? The index value for 13 is 1 and 3. So 3 is, we cannot say 4, right? 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay, sorry guys, you know, what can you do? So ideally in Python, it should be like that. Okay, maybe they are following the C language thing here, okay? So 1 colon 4 is starting from 1 to 4, but 4 minus 1, begin the same, this one will get separated. 1 colon 3, you just think. So in this one, it gives me 13, 24, 15. I believe most of you have laptop. You can practice this one, okay? I'll give you some assignments. You practice. Those are yet to be understand, right? So you can try it out in your laptop also. Don't worry, okay? Don't get bogged down. It'll take time, but don't, and it should not be, it's a very big, you know. So this is how you need to understand. Okay, so this is how you can slice it. Okay, fine, got it. Very good. So -2, the second value from the right side to left side. If you want from the right side to left side, if you access the value, so -2. So the -1. Okay, if you want to display the last value, what you can do? You can use age of square bracket 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can say 5, right? For example, if you say age of 5, but in this case 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, 4, 16. The other way of doing is the right to left. If you want to access it, age of -1 you can give. Okay, 16. If you want to display 15 from the right to left, what should I do? Age of -2, right? 15. Is it clear? Fine. Okay. So -3, age of -3. what value will get it? Sriram, are you there? Are you sleeping or you are awake or you are away from the system? I think you are away from the system. You just logged in. See, -2 will give you the second value from the right to left. If I specify -3, it gives you the 24, right? -3 gives you the 4. Make mistake, no problem. Okay, even if you cannot understand, you can type something wrong, no problem. Okay, but contribution is very much important. They will think, you are not interested. Not, I'm not talking about Sriram. I'm saying, this is common to all, okay, including me. Got it? Very good. So, okay, now you understand this concept. And what I will do is I will just say something like 0 to 5. And if I use -1, what is going to happen? Will it work? It is not going to give me anything. Or if I say -3, okay, not this one, sorry. This is, will it work? It is not working, right? So the starting value, -1, :-4. If I give, what is going to happen? It is going to give you nothing, right? Starting value is -1, right? So I told you to access the values from right to left, you can use the negative value. But is there any way can I use the range of values from the right to left? Okay, age of 0, 3 to in this sequence, may know why we are using 3. For example sake, I've used 3. Okay, my question was, if I wanted to display, see, age of 0, 3, 2, right? Okay, may know why we are using 3. So this is the starting point, ending point, no? Starting from the beginning to till the end. Yeah, 3 is 3 minus 1 here, right? As per the rule. So starting from this one is the 0th index is holding the value 20. The first index is holding 13. And the second index is holding 24. Okay, that is what it is. So in the year, see, my requirement was, I wanted to display the value starting from 20 to 24. So that is the reason why we are using 3. Okay. For that, okay, I'll just put it here. Okay. Okay. The question, okay, to display the values starting from 20 to 24. Okay. I'll write the question. Okay. Got it? Yeah. And 22. In that case, obviously, that now you understood, right? Comment is very much helpful. If I share this file and you can download it and then you can drag and drop it in your, I'll explain you how to do that. Okay. Now you understood, right? It's already 11:10 and we will continue the session tomorrow. Okay, but make sure that, we are going to spend more time henceforth, because only then we can complete the chapters the earlier. Okay. Okay. So how to slice the list, we have said. How to clone a list. How to clone a list. I will give you assignment, don't worry. Okay, so any of next 5 days you are free, right? You practice it, everything. Disturb me, send the questions. See, in the afternoon batch and morning batch, they are asking questions, and even they do the research in the net. See, we are not living the older age, right? Internet, you can ask Google everything and search it, right? You can get answer for everything and practice it. Fat. How to clone a list. For example, my list name is age, right? If I press enter, all the values in my list it displays. Okay. And is there any way that I can copy the age list values into another thing? Yes. For example, I'm going to use copy of age. Copy of age. This is the new list. Okay. All the values in the age will get copied here. And once you copy it, you just so now whatever the values were there in age, right? That one got copied to copy of age. This is the new list. It's a Xerox copy of the age. Both age and copy of age has the same value now. And since you're all majority for non-programmers, how do I learn more? Develop curiosity. Okay, ask the question with Python. Hey, give me the data type of copy of age. I don't believe with the newly created the list is, this actually variable. How can you say list, right? So I want to test this type function, type of copy of age, and then click on run list. Look here, it's a list data type. List data type. It's a collection. Okay. In list, we can store. Okay. So to summarize, in today's session, we discussed about what is a variable and what are the different data types, right? We have explored the different data types: integer, float, and string, and how to store them in a variable, how to test the data type of the variable. And you learned in the case of Python, we don't have to declare the type of the variable like the other programming language like Java and C. But here you don't have to define the data type, declare the data type. Okay. So Python can automatically understand when you, based on the value that you store it automatically understand this is related to float, this is related to integer, this is related to string data type. And if you store multiple value inside square bracket, it can understand, hey, this is a list. Okay, how do I slice the values from a list? Right, any specific value alone, single value if you want to slice it. So you can use the index to access the value stored in a list. Okay, and if you want to select the range of values from a list, you need to specify for the list name. Followed by that, you need to use the square bracket. Inside the square bracket, you need to use the starting point of the index value, colon, the end point of the index value. Whenever you use colon, that is called range. Whenever you use range, 0:5 or something, that the end index value will get subtracted by 1. That you need to remember it. Okay, that may be confusing one, but you need to remember it. That's all. Okay. You need to just develop the curiosity, right? So ask more questions with Python, using type function, use print function, what it does, just play around with this. So that's why the practice is more important when it comes to programming. Reverse format. Okay, we have something called reverse option is available. Okay, we have something called 1 second here, I'm getting a call. Dinesh, நீங்க அப்புறமா கால் பண்றீங்களா? Dinesh? Yeah, நீங்க கொஞ்சம் அப்புறமா கால் பண்ணலாம். கால்ல இருக்கேன். இல்ல நான் எல்லாமே டாக்குமெண்ட்லாம் நான் அனுப்பிச்சிட்டேன் உங்களுக்கு. ரெவ்யூ பண்ணிட்டேன். சில பக்ஸ் இருக்கு, நீங்க அதை ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணிடுங்க. So this is pretty simple. Okay, the cloning the list, and so yeah, you want to display reverse the values, right? There is a method called see, for example, followed by the list, you put some dot, okay, and press tab. But then, oh yeah, when you press tab, these are the various functions are available. Look here, reverse. You click on it and press enter. You don't have to be, okay, reverse. Here you need to specify the parenthesis. So in a method. And okay, now if you display copy of, okay, ideally we should have stored it in some variable. Print reverse list, none. Okay, let me do one thing. I'll just redo it again. Okay. And reverse list copy of age dot reverse list, or else what you can do is ideally this one should work anyhow. So what I am going to do is I'm going to use the copy of age. You can use the, yeah, so how do you do that? Colon -1 I can give this way. Okay, so in this case what will happen is the starting position is -1. Okay, -1, starting from -1, it will get increment. Look here, in this case, let me see. reverse list. Yeah, so you are able to reverse it, right? So the original list is the copy of each. Now you can compare it. This is the original list. If you want to reverse it, you can use it this way. Okay. So the here what happens starting from the beginning to the end, but you know you need to go in the reverse order. Okay, -1. So in this case, what happened? Jump from the -1. So the -1 is this is the original one. The -1 is 16, and then and this, this one will be keep jumping here, right? So since I mentioned -1, it creates a reverse copy of the list. This one, okay. That's how you can do it. And the reversed, I think it's a reversed. Apart from this, you have something reversed, right? I think, let me do one thing. Yeah, copy of each. Copy of each. Okay. You have something reversed one. Very simple here. See, reversed of copy of each. Not that one. Yeah, the reverse of each. And then you need to use the iterator here. Okay, and reversed. This is another approach. Okay, reverse list is go to reversed function, and this has to give me this one reverse list. One second. So what is confusing? Very simple, right? So display the value. See, the original list contains this value. You want to display in the reverse value 16, 15, 24, 13, 20, right? So how do I do that? So you need to use this way. Okay, either you can use this way or you can use something else. Anyhow, yes, we will continue tomorrow session. Okay. Reverse list is it's a simple ma. See, look here. Why it is considered the original list is 20, 13, 15, right? The reverse list is 16, 15, 24, 13, 20. That's how you need to display it. Okay, anyhow, I will discuss in tomorrow session. Any other questions in today's session?